We're gonna 80 grit the hood. The rest of it, I'll probably get into this. I don't know if this is a scratch or body work, but we'll get and 400 the rest of it. We're gonna tape it up. We're gonna shoot it in a base coat black, and then we're gonna come back over it with red flake in it. And if I remember right, he doesn't want just red flake. He wants goddamn amount of red flake in that motherfucker. So hopefully we can give him, oh shit, amount of red flake.
And this is just 80 grit, right?
Yeah.
Having a friendly encounter with some bees. I don't see them.
There we go.
I don't see. That's a whole lot of something. So this is clear, and then they just base, and then clear, and then what's this right here?
That's primer or sealer.
And then again. So this had 3 paint jobs on it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. So is that likely why it was peeling then, because it's been painted like 3 times?
I don't know, maybe. Somebody using Revolt Clear, I guess.
Taking a quick respite, but we've sanded down most of it. This is all 400 grit here. I 400 gritted around the edges here. This will be 80'd. We're saving Cobra. We're gonna wind up taping that up, so it's just been sanded around it, not on it. Still got this whole side to tape and sand. So we pulled it into the booth, and now we're going to begin taping. We sanded all of it with 400 grit. We'll have to re-go back over it, scuff it, get rid of all those shiny edges.
Yeah, so that's what we do. You sand everything to begin with, all the major of it, and then you come back through with your edges and stuff after they're taped up. And you hit them with scuff pad and stuff like that. Tape everything up, pull it off, prime it, let it sit, come back to it about after lunch. Bada bing, bada boom, bada nothing, still hit.
Turned out these were indeed just scratches.
Yeah, the owner sent us a thing that said
Just dog scratches. Probably need to sand them out just a little bit more, but that's all they are. Still got a little bit more sanding to do, just right here. And then, like I said, it's just a matter of scuffing all the edges.
This is what a production shop does. Get everything ready, sand it, scuff all the edges.
He gets his fingers inside of it. It's not so much a sight game as much as it is a feel game when it comes to taping. At first it's sight because you don't really know what you're looking for, but the more you do it, the more repetitive it becomes, the more it's about what you feel, feeling the edges, making sure you don't tape over on them.
That thing with a wild thing.
It's recording you taping.
I don't like any of that.
I know. I'm not even asking you questions, I'm just recording you taping.
It can't be some gay queer music. It's gotta be good music.
I'm not gonna do music. Okay, well, yeah, I probably will. But what's wrong with some of my music choices?
You're gay.
It's because it's not made in the 80s. It's not gay. Excuse me if I don't feel like bang your head on every single song because it's not necessary.
But it grabs attention.
It doesn't?
It's so.
You're awful salty today. Why are you so salty?
I don't want any of that sissy music.
I'm not playing any music. My God, there's no music on it right now. So we've had minor attacks from bees. No one's gotten stung, they just keep flying around. So we've put up part of the partition, and of course it's stuck up there, so that's fun. You can see one flying around up there. But we've gotten a lot of it outlined. Still have a lot more to outline, like the Cobra, that's gonna be outlined.
Great.
So we've been primed, it's taped up. So you'll notice something different. This side is taped up differently than the other side. So this side is taped up since we're inside this booth and it's blown up by air, so it's not going to stay up. So this side is taped up so that we can open the door like this and there's no overspray going inside the jam when it's closed. Just so we can open and close it, that's it.
So look guys, this is John with JP Auto Paintworks out in Runaway Bay, Texas. We wanted people to understand that this young man and his company, which is now worldwide in case y'all didn't know, but Tropical Glitz is shit. This guy paints, okay? Just so people understand, and I mean this, he's worldwide. He's got a shop over in Australia and I think the UK.
I think it was the Netherlands or something.
Netherlands, something like that. But this gentleman paints, okay? Which means you can say whatever you fucking want, but this guy knows his product inside and out. Why? Because he uses it. Can he answer your question after you screw something up? Yeah. Why? Because he's a painter who sells a product that he understands, and we use his product because I trust him. I trust him because he's a painter. I can't emphasize that enough. And look, that's a pretty goddamn big container of this stuff, okay? And now I understand he's selling candy concentrates and other stuff like that. And he can even show you how to use it.
All right, so we've done everything to it. scuffed it, taped it. Yeah, we taped up all the emblems on there. If you want to remove them, you can. It doesn't actually hurt anything. Just make sure if you do wind up taping them, that you can get a fingernail in there. Everything's been primed, scuffed. And so we're getting ready to shoot it with a red rum flake. And we taped up the Cobra. Actually, Pops did that. JP, he taped up the Cobra one. Ooh, look at the flake. It's dancing in there.
It's dancing.
That's Red Runner or Red Rum. I forgot what it's called, from Tropical Glitz. Let me see the thing. Yeah, just add a little more. It's not.
When in doubt, overpower it out.
Stir that mofo. You see how it wasn't sitting on the bottom, but now it is. Excited to see how this one turns out. Red Flake is awesome. Oh wow. See that? That's all just red flake. It's all just red flake on there. So that's the Red Runner flake, what's left of it from Tropical Glitz. And then this is the just black. So this is what we laid down first. And then we went over it with the flake. Well, Dad did, I should say. He did. Yeah, so this is the red flake over top of the black base. Without the clear, it doesn't really stand out as much as it could, but the hood definitely has a lot more flake to it. I hope this looks like a bass boat. That would be something else. It does have a little bit of a red tint to it, as you can see. So, 2 coats of the clear on here, and it's textured. Well, it's not really textured, but you can see all of the flake that pops through because it's a very heavy flake. Can't even see it because it's not in the sun. But this is 2 coats, so what we're going to do is we're going to let it sit. It's going to dry, and then we're going to sand it with 600 grit, which removes all of that surface. It cuts off all the heads. Your flake is still there. It doesn't turn silver. I don't know who tells you that. And then we re-clear it, and it hides all of it. So everyone's asking to see it. This is black. This is that Red Runner flake from Tropical Glitz. Now this right here has only been cleared. We're gonna 600 grit it. We're gonna re-clear it. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. It's gonna get even more depth, a lot more shine to it. Dad, do you want to say something about it?
Yeah, crew. Bring me everything you got, baby. Oh yeah. Hey guys. This is John with JP Auto Paint Works out in Runaway Bay, Texas. So, John doesn't do quality. John uses poor materials. John uses shit work. John doesn't do anything good. Hey guys, I'm gonna steal all of your fucking work, you pricks.
Talk about the camera picking up this.
Hey guys, this is John with JP Auto Paint Works out in Runaway Bay, Texas. So, for those of you that have never done this before, that says 100, that says 600. So, we got a lot of people who were mocking us about how the paint looked and everything else. And, well, it's this, it's that. I've shot Flake for 30 years. You're gonna fuck it up. Well, this is what Flake actually does, okay? And so whenever you sand it down smooth like this, there's no gray spots there, okay? There's a little bit of dirt in the cracks and stuff like that that we're sanding out. But then we'll re-clear this. This will be smooth as glass and it'll look nice. All for 700 bucks. Guys, we're going, you didn't bury it. You didn't bury it. Yeah, I buried it. This is just how Flake is whenever you shoot it.
Mm-hmm. You can even sand along the edge, you buried it so much.
Yeah, I don't want to push that issue. And out the
How do you know when you need a new change out your pad?
You can do it however many times you want, but usually you just got to be careful. You got to make sure there's no squiggly lines in it, which means it's picked up dirt that's cutting something.
So you don't want it to stick. Okay, I gotcha.
So whenever you look like that,
you're good to keep going, or you should change it.
You should change it out, which is one of the costly things about doing this, is because you could eat up a lot of material, but your material usually is the worst on the tops, okay? Your sides are usually not so bad.
All of this red flake today, and then we're gonna wind up re-clearing it likely tomorrow.
I need a new intercourse pad.
Don't say that one word, because that'll get us banned. Could you do this wet?
You can. I mean, you can see there's some chocolates there on it.
Yeah. actually a convertible, but it's black, if that's what you mean. Is it getting re-cleared?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've told everybody that we are, but the guys in the comments who always know more than I do, they always run into dig holes.
So he sanded, JP has sanded the hood and he sanded the passenger side so far. Again, he's just sanding off basically, see this? Those are flake that pop up that give it a texture that can kind of kill what the shine to it, because the more texture, the less shine there is to a paint job. That's painting 101, clearing 101. Up here, I can't really feel the flake, so it's really hidden, so it'll have just a little bit more shine than the rest of it does. So we're sanding it with 600 grit, and then we're gonna be re-clearing it, which hides all the flake. All right, so it's completely 600, and we've scuffed it, gone all around the edges, everything like that. All right, so just to give you a rough idea, there's about 20 sheets here. I think we used about 20 to 25, somewhere's right in there, of 600 grit, plus one red scuff pad we cut in half. But roughly those sheets, like I said, to do this little car was 25 of them. Whether it takes you that many, I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, maybe it'll take you more, maybe it'll take you less, depending on the size of your vehicle. But just to give you a rough idea, 20. 25. Going to blow the booth up and we're going to put the Mustang in there. Okay, so it's back in the booth, it's going to be cleared. But before we do that, see how it's gapping? This is what happens to tape when it sits out in the sun. So we've got to retape all of the edges to make sure they're down. Last thing you want is just blowing up while you're in the middle of painting. Not that it can't be removed. Look, if you accidentally forget and something pops up, no big deal. Lacquer thinner is your friend. It will wipe away any of that excess. Try to get to it before you clear it though, I'll tell you that. But it'll still come off even if you do. Lacquer thinner, paint thinner, not acetone, just paint thinner. I uncovered the emblems and I'm going to retape them. Tack rag. Looks like a mask. So had to switch out paint guns for a minute. That one wasn't working like it's supposed to. We're about to re-clear it. So we've 600'd the whole thing with, well, 600 grit, obviously. Sanded the whole thing with 600 grit. Now it's time to re-clear. This is the just black with the red runner flake from Tropical Blitz over top of it. Cleared this little portion a little while ago. You see any of the flake? You can see it in person like crazy, but I know you can't see it on camera. Not as well as you should be able to. But he just started to, and like I said, the gun was messing up, so he's probably got to go in there and clean it. But we've 600 grit everything, retaped spots where the tape came up. Scuffed around all the edges. Just our regular 3M red scuff pad is all we use. 3M yellow tape. So for $700, we told the customer what we do is after we put the flake in it, the flake will stick up, poke up like texture, which makes it look a little dull. So what we did was we 600 the whole car again, which is what this is, and then he goes back over it and re-clears it, which buries all the flake, which there's no more texture to. It'll still need to be wet sanded buff, don't get me wrong. We're not perfection and it's not a show car. It's just something unique for an everyday driver that, you know, you can't get unless you pay $10,000-15,000 for. So right now inside you can't see the flake very well, but the moment we pull it outside it's going to be spectacular. Also, this is the first coat, so you don't want to go super heavy on the first coat, especially not on your sides because it's just going to run. So he's doing a light tack coat all the way around it, and then he'll go around it again heavy with the second one. This is black with red flake in it. The red flake makes it look like a black cherry. So it's been sitting outside for 2 days and now we're untaping it, and tape is doesn't want to peel like it should whenever it's cold and wet. Right? The stuff that's in the sun peels okay. Just comes off in strips, not to say that it doesn't come off. Doing a video for YouTube. No. So this is in the evening light. It's completely untaped. It's outside. It's dusty. Look, guys, we're in Texas. You see that? Yeah, you can see it. Freaking Texas dust. No matter what I do, it's here. Anyways, this is outside in the evening time. The sun is just barely hitting the trees. But you saw it in the daylight, how nice and sparkly and shiny it was. So here at night, it's still got like a cherry, black cherry kind of hint of color to it. But in the shade, it's black. But as you can see that. There's gonna be something else. It'd be killer underneath those gas station lights. Definitely killer under gas station lights. Freaking Texas dust gives it a yellow tint. I'd say it's pollen off of the trees, but look, guys, these are the trees around here. They don't have anything on them to begin with.